Welcome back to the 12-2K XR6 Ute. So today we're going to try and make some headway on the roadworthy prep. So just a few mechanical items, pull the diff out, try and see if we can fix it or if it's going to be something we have to replace. We'll run you through some new parts that have rocked up that will form part of the build as well.
Before you go any further, I'd just like to say I am really happy about the amount of views and the positive people that are watching our videos. I didn't expect that many people so far to watch the videos. Alright, so I'll leave it to you now, Matt.
Alright, so come over here and we'll have a look at some stuff. So we've got some 0.7 gaps spark plugs. This car is running a little rough, and I sort of suspect it might be due to that. So we're throwing in some gas, genuine Ford gas plugs, I think they are. So these are sort of suited, that's the part number there. So these are sort of suited for, I believe, you know, sort of around the 15 PSI boost mark. So instead of throwing NA plugs in it for now, we'll just go straight to those. I've just been sort of going through the fittings we got here in the universal, you know, oil feed and drain, just seeing if they work and we're all going to be compatible with the car. I think this spacing's wrong, so we might have to Dremel this out to make it fit on the car. If we plan to mount it using the stock 2-bolt arrangement, or if we just tap a thread, I still haven't worked that out. I don't think we had this last time. This is a trans filter kit. So we're going to do that and put some new TQ95 fluid in the transmission. What else have I got here? Yeah, all right. So last time I don't think we had the fuel pump yet. So this is a copy of a Walbro 460. I've got no idea if it's going to be any good. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to try that and see how we go. I think there's some differences from what I've read that could be problematic for us, but we'll just have to. That's part of the challenge, I guess. So basically, boost control. Initially, I was planning on using a boost tee, and depending on how the budget goes, we may use that $12 AliExpress boost tee. We've got this is an option though. So there was a guy who had a bunch of these for sale on Marketplace, and he had them up for more than what we could afford, and what I realistically thought was a good amount to pay for one of these, you know, given the challenge. But I said if you could do one for 50, and he did. He said he could. So thank you, Tom. But he also threw in this. So given that we paid 50, I'm going to say that this is worth 25. I paid 25 for that, 25 for that. And we're actually going to have an electronic boost controller. And these are, you know, looks like a pretty decent unit, made in Japan. Was ARC Designs, you know, maybe he was a distributor or something. I think he said his neighbouring factory guy was a distributor. So it's got all the information there. It's got all the hosing, wiring, fittings, Mac valve. So I'm hoping that the advantage of this unit will be that it'll get to boost quick. With the way that valve works, it can hold the valve shut, hold the spring pressure and the valve shut, instead of the spring just slowly seeping open. So it means it'll be more of a boost curve that sort of goes up and then across, not a nice gradual curve. It'll be up to 15 or whatever we try and run, and across. And we also don't have to worry about over boosting. So maybe we can try and find a diagram of that online, put in the video, we'll see what we can do. So yeah, that's that. We'll see if we can afford to run it. If not, it'll just be a boost tee.
So anyone that supplies us these goods will be putting their stickers on the car if they supply. Is that right, Matt?
Well, not really. I mean, we're not doing sponsored parts or anything like that. We're just,
yeah, that's right.
we're trying to make this. The way we're budgeting this is very much if someone else was trying to do it at home, they could buy all the parts that we're using and do it themselves for the prices that we say. We're not playing games with the budget, and everything that we put on the car is accounted for, and we have proof that we've paid that for it. So this will be a upper intake gasket, for the plenum. All right, so I think that's all the new stuff I've got here since last time. I'll show you the manifold we ended up going with. So I picked this up on Sunday, and much like Scotty, sort of pricing up the J pipe to do it properly out of steam pipe. All the bends and the lengths were going to come to over $200. So I started messaging guys that have these FG manifolds on Marketplace, and I mean, Scotty was saying that he found that he thought they were worth, like $500 to $700, but I found 3 that were up for $350, and I messaged every single one of those people and asked if they could do it for $200, which was the price of the fittings. 2 said no, 1 said yes, and we went and got this. So they flow quite well. Not that I really cared about that. It was more just I figured this would be a better option to maybe weld a wastegate, external wastegate in the merge, but then doing some more research, looks like we'll probably go off the turbo housings, off the rear housing. Off the rear housing here. So it's basically the exhaust gas coming through will have a straight shot at the wastegate, so there shouldn't be any overboost issues, which is pretty common in the Falcons apparently. So hopefully doing it that way will mean the gate will also be on the underside, not in the top of the engine bay. So that's where it's at. So goal for today is on the car, get the diff out, have a look at inside the rear cover, replace the butchered, I'll take over here, replace the butchered fender liners which got patches in them, at least get this shock out that's blown, both front fender liners need replacing. Get that shock out, place a strut top. It's got a new windshield in it, so it's quite nice. And a bunch of other little things have changed. So we've found a bunch of the missing seals or busted seals. Not that that's really relevant, but just to make it look a bit better while we're at the wreckers. So my brothers went to the wrecker and grabbed a bunch of the missing pieces. I've fixed the ICC. So it had the power failure, cold solder joint on the board. So now all of that center section powers on, and the air conditioning works, all that side. We'll also maybe try and get the headlining in tonight and all the pillar trims. Try and make it look like a car again, so it gets to the roadworthy. We got lucky on the tires actually. We should I'll clear this and I'll talk about them in a sec. Okay, so we needed 4 tires, and looking on Marketplace just for something cheap that were roadworthy and not 10 years old led us to these. So initially I thought they were supposed to be Viking brand, quite cheap brand tire. They were roadworthy tread, and you know, only less than a year old, and when I rocked up, when my brother rocked up rather, they were Bridgestone RE003s, so they clearly had a lot of tyres available that they were selling apparently out of their single car garage. But yeah, these are, you know, 40th week of 2023, so very new, both in the tread and the date, and they were $200 for all four, so big win there. So yeah, and for the actual drags, we'll probably end up investing in a pair of slicks or something. We'll see what happens. I haven't decided that yet. We've got to find some tyres that'll work. But yeah, we'll start getting to work. Just before we move on to the diff, I thought I'd show you that the ICC now works and cooling is working. That'll work well, keeping me nice and alert on the way to Heathcote, you know, in the summer heat. Who knows, that could be my competitive edge. We'll have to see.
Alright, so I'll take it out of park,
yep,
rotate it, and then you tell me when to put it back into park.
Yep. So we're just taking the tail shaft out. Given that this diff is most likely toast because there is that much play, I'll show you guys up close. The other thing you can see is that gap gets smaller and bigger from this side. You can see it actually, yeah, there's play. So we're going to try tighten it up. I know it's not right, and yeah, I know it's not right, but we'll try tighten it up and see if it takes up the slack. It's wishful thinking.
Shield?
Not take it off just yet. We're just getting it prepared for post, you know, later on. What do you reckon the chances are of me just tightening this pinion up with a rattle gun and it fixing itself? What do you reckon, there's just gear toothpaste in the...
I don't know.
I don't know. Probably quite optimistic. Alright, maybe like a 24 size socket. Oh, you can actually really see that now. Yeah, that's not good. And then also up, down, left, right, in, out. Yeah.
Got up and down.
Brilliant.
Back and forward by the look of it.
Yeah, well, it's sort of riding on the crown wheel, so it moves in and out. But I think the bearing's loose, like the preload's backed off. So
Yeah.
maybe the crush sleeve. I'll have to try. It might work. Who knows?
Bigger?
Way bigger. Yeah, I think. All right. We'll find the right socket and then we'll keep going. All right, Alright, so I've got Dad stepping on the brakes, and I'm going to try and push up this bar and see if I can tighten it up. Let's see. Are you on the brakes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving?
I actually don't know. Can you let off the brake for a sec? You on the brakes?
No, it's not.
Alright, can you get on the brakes again?
Yeah.
Can you let go? Hang on. You on the brakes?
Yeah.
It's spinning the brakes. You need to probably step on them properly.
Alright, go.
Okay. Let off.
What's it done?
Alright, can you step on?
Yeah.
You've got to step on it more than that. Ready?
Yep.
No. You in?
Yep.
Foot up, feet on the brake?
Yep.
No. Okay. Let's pull it out. We tried. Okay, so we're just getting the diff out. The handbrake cables are actually really easy to remove on that. I was surprised. Just sort of hooked over that hook there, and then remove a little clip and they'll slide out of that bracket there. Dad's getting out the other side, and then I'll start undoing the U-bolts. Not U-bolts. U-bolts? Are they called a U-bolt?
Yeah, U-bolts, yeah.
Shackle bolt? Oh, yeah. See what we got. Get some glasses.
Yeah, the door come off, yeah.
See this clip?
Yeah, I got that off.
You have to just pull it out.
Yeah, but there's a white bushing.
Oh, okay, my side.
It slides up.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't really work on forwards, so. Not really enough engagement with the finger bolt there. Get the other side. The other thing I replaced over these every exhaust hanger looks like that. Good.
The shock is next?
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to pull. It's either we I mean the shock is full. Yeah, the bottom plate's the shock slide off like that. Then I'll just pull that off the top.
Oh,
So if we undo the rear leaf spring shackles, we can probably just lower the diff down and it'll
So the brake lines?
yeah, brake lines and ABS line. Well, actually, rather than we can just take the whole caliper off and leave the brake lines connected, so I don't have to bleed it.
Yeah. Might need to cable time up or strap them up.
Yeah, I've got big bag cable ties. Yeah. So we'll get those out. This is the moment of truth. Expect to see some carnage, but all the bolts had this blue, I guess, elastic on it, and it doesn't look like it looks quite factory, so I'm assuming it's never had anything done. Yeah.
Did they put elastic in the factory?
Well, I had to seal it somehow. I don't know, but it looked. I can't see two types of glue there, and on the bolts, they all look exactly like that. So I'm wondering whether it's done 200,000 with no fluid changes. It sure looks like it. If I grab this,
it doesn't look like much oil in there.
yeah, and just to try and double check. Yeah, okay. Looks like there's even, yeah, there's left to right movement, so it looks like there's some type of shim issue. Yeah. So that's, you see how that moved left to right? So the pinion's tight. It's actually moving this way, which is not right. Yeah. We'll have to look for a replacement.
Which way are you going?
I was going to rotate it up this way. What do you think?
Watch the oil dripping out.
Yeah. Well, is once I get it to about here, to that is pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
There's
look
chunks. It also stinks.
good. Yeah. Gear oil usually stinks.
Lucky you guys can't smell this. So we've undone a couple of 10 mils. Now the 17s. Pull the actual strut in. Okay. Let's get the big one in. Okay, so in the absence of having my spring compressors here. Okay.
Spring out.
How did I get the spring out? So I put my foot on it, on the shock, and undid the nut, and sort of had eye protection on, and only my arm out the way, so if it did push off, it wouldn't stay. But luckily, it very slowly released, didn't pop off or anything. But it's just too. The spring is just too tall for me to get the nut on, basically. So my plan is, I've already installed the top hat. Gonna put the shock in like that, get it up in there, and then put the jack underneath the lower arm and compress it up and put the nut on that way. Because I can't find my spring compressors. And yeah, that's the way we do it.
On this side?
No, I just need you to put your foot on this.
Oh.
Yeah.
What if I put some body weight on it?
Okay, either or. Alright, cool.
Can you check if I'm on the right spot, Matt, underneath?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
what am I touching? Am I touching
That's a sway bar. That can go over here.
On the front there, that little bush. On the front.
I reckon you actually go under the disc a little more sort of. Which bush? Are you doing? That one. Yeah, if you go up like that.
I'm not touching that.
No, don't worry about that. That's the end link. Alright, stop there. Alright, come up a bit more. Stop there.
You want lower?
If you go up there, right there.
Ready?
Yeah. Yep, keep on. You can see. Alright, stop there. See the ones where I've got to hold it with the shift into the spanner.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Cut it there for a sec. If I can just. Upside the phone.
Have washers on them or no?
No, these are the original ones, and they were a wider flange.
Yeah.
And then the aftermarket ones are just a thing nut. I mean, I prefer that. Puts it over a larger area we could reuse, but I thought I didn't feel like reusing the nylock.
Yeah.
Without having some, thread. Yeah, thread sealant or something. Sorry, thread locker. Yeah. I'm just looking at the two bolts I've taken out, and I'm wondering whether someone's been in there before, because they do look different. Sort of like, looks like almost someone's been in there and had a play.
That's probably going to have to come off again when we put the turbo on, yeah?
Well, it stays there, but yeah, we've got to heat shield it, or we may take it out just for some ease of access. But yeah.
By the way, Matthew's also replaced the gas struts as well for the bonnet.
That was a hard job.
There's no special piece of timber
anymore. Yeah, huge job that.
also remove the power steering lines because they're located where the intercooler is going. Is that right, Matt?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think you know, we've undone the wiring loom, moved that forward.
Yeah.
Taken off the horns, and we'll relocate those off to the side. On a really big intercooler, you trim out this little pinch weld here for clearance on the Rio.
Right.
But with what we've got, it should fit behind it.
Yeah.
We'll have to make some brackets off the go down here. But yeah, might just loop the power steering cooler lines for now, and then put a bigger one on it later or something.
Yeah.
So that's that. Okay, so that's the new shock and top hat in. And now I'm going to move on to replacing the guard liners. So this car appears to have had quite a, let's say, time poor owner in its recent past. For the most part, it looks to have been quite well maintained, but you know, same on the other side. To get to the, like, I guess maybe headlight globes, cut square holes in the guard liners and patch them with, you know, bits of other guard liners and tech screwed and all that sort of stuff. So we've got a good set out of a car from the wreckers, so we'll take all these out and put those in. I have to make done.
I'll give you some cardboard.
Yeah. So took the guard liner off, and looking at it, it appears to have maybe been low at some point. They've flattened the pinch weld off here, up here, and it's also got lipped guards now that I'm looking at it properly. So yeah, it might have been low at some point. Okay guys, so it's the next day. We ended up running out of battery on the cameras, so we weren't able to show you everything that we did last night. That said, as always, we didn't get as much done as we thought we would, but we still made some progress. We got the new shock in on this side, replacing the blown one, new strut top. We got the new fender liners in, guard liners in rather. We got the diff out. We're sort of assessed it. We've assessed that that one's no good. We've got a lead on a new one. Yeah, and we're mocking up the intercooler placement. You can see that at the moment. It's got to come up a bit higher. But yeah, should look pretty good.
So we're going to try and get it as high as this underside of this bracket, so there's no gap under there.
Yeah. So try and bring it up as high as possible, because it is sort of sticking out a little bit at the bottom. I think it'll be able to skirt in under the under tray quite well. So yeah, so that's that. We've got obviously a lot more work to do, but yeah, just once we get this diff sorted and replace the exhaust hangers, it's pretty much where we'll send it in for a roadworthy, I reckon. You know, there's nothing really that's standing out as being requiring any more replacement or anything that's damaged. Yeah, so that's where it's at. Just service items, oils, fuels, oil, fuel filter, air filter, we might do that as well. Yeah, so that's about it.
I would like to say a few words. It's amazing the amount of comments we're getting on this car as well on YouTube, and I didn't actually realise how much interest it would get as well. So it's brilliant to see everyone positive and liking the sort of things that we're doing with this car and this challenge. That's all for now, and if you like this sort of content, we've got a lot more videos coming up, so subscribe to our channel and like the video, and it helps us a lot get this out to the world and show other people as well.